Wait, you wear shoes inside?
No, I wear slippers inside. I wear shoes outside like a normal person.
Wow. Incredible.
What I found weird is that you
Do the exact same thing.
you whatever, it doesn't matter.
We're not recording. You don't have to play into your little delusion.
My delusion? It's not my delusion. I definitely make it excessive, but I wouldn't say it's delusional. Like
I would say it's a delusion.
I feel like everything I'm feeling are like things that I generally, not generally, that what's the word that I'm looking for? Genuinely feel. I just hype it up a bit. These fuckers at Domino's held out on my fucking marinara sauce.
Damn. There's no sauce?
It was such a dilemma because I got like cheesy bread and I was like, do I get the like dipping sauce or do I not get the dipping sauce? And I was like, fuck it, I'm doing well right now. I'll splurge and get the dipping sauce. Didn't even bring it.
Damn.
I paid for it and it didn't show up.
That's sad.
Oh, there's their phone numbers. Let's see how this goes.
Domino's, can you hold for a second?
Sure.
Thank you.
Oh, fuckers put me on hold.
Yeah, I can hear that. No, I want to hear what she says when she comes back.
I know, I'm just on hold. I have it mute while I'm on hold.
Okay. You're gonna unmute when you're not on hold, though, right?
Yeah.
Not gonna unmute now, though.
Hi. I just ordered some pizza from you guys like not too long ago, and I got the breadsticks, but I just didn't get the marinara sauce with it.
You didn't get the marinara?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Do you want the marinara today, or I can give it free of charge?
If you can just give it free next time, that'd be great.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, how would I go about
You just need to call us when you will place the order. You can just say we are giving the credit. I will put the credit under your phone number, so they guys will reduce the charges.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you.
Thank you.
I feel like that's not gonna work. I feel like they're gonna be like, "Sir, we don't know what you're talking about." If it does work, though, it'll be kind of nice because I'll probably forgot about it.
I mean, if you forgot about it, then how will you remember to tell them?
Oh, right. I gotta tell them.
Oh. I started mining cryptocurrency.
Yeah. I've seen a snap. I think you sent me.
Yeah.
You've always been doing that.
No, I've not always been doing that. I just like looked into it recently. I don't know why I haven't always been doing it, or at least once I got this PC, I could have looked into it. But then again, I couldn't really have gotten into it very effectively before that because my old PC it just doesn't have a very good graphics card. But yeah, it's pretty.
How does?
Oh yeah.
Okay, wait, hold on. Hey guys, welcome to Arguably Podcast. I'm Shalom.
That was real quick. I'm Jake.
But we're going. We're just.
I mean,
going.
we can't do the intro too early, I guess.
I don't know why you
too
have
early.
I don't think it is that early. We've started. Like,
yeah,
the ball is rolling. I think that was perfect. We're about to get into some deep topics, and I don't want to have it interrupted by having to do the intro. Like, that's enough. Let's just fucking go. All right,
just do it.
I don't understand why your guys' beef is with the whole intro needing to be at a specific time that only white people know about. Gee. So how does mining for crypto work? Enlighten me. I don't understand it.
Well, I don't really understand it either. But it's it basically you do these you use your GPU will solve these complicated problems, and you will essentially get rewarded for completing these problems in this whatever cryptocurrency you are solving these problems for on the blockchain. And then so you just you're essentially getting paid for computing power in theory. And so I just recently got into it because the whole market was down, and I haven't really gotten like I've only barely gotten my feet wet when it comes to cryptocurrency and like owning it and that sort of thing and all the things that you can do with it. And because it's so daunting and complicated, especially from the outside. But like once you get into it, you start understanding how like the functionalities and all of these different things working. And it's there's a lot of it that I still have no idea how it works. Like I don't know. I just started to mine a couple weeks ago on this like essentially like a mining pool, and it just mines whatever is the most efficient thing to mine at the time, the most efficient algorithm, and then it converts it to Bitcoin. And so I'm slowly accumulating a tiny wallet of Bitcoin as I'm not using my computer, which is I don't know, it's pretty cool. I just think that's really cool and exciting, and
This
I'm
whole thing
fucking.
makes no sense to me.
It's really
What I'm hearing
yeah.
is that you're generating Bitcoin.
I'm not actually even mining Bitcoin itself. The algorithms that I am actually mining are mining other coins, and they're trading those coins for Bitcoin, and then it's sending the Bitcoin to my wallet.
But
And it's
trading it
like
with who?
Jesus.
basically like the mining pool that I am mining for.
Oh, this is so above me. I don't even know.
It's really complicated, but I think it's really cool because and well, anything that has to do with money will like and essentially being like a possible way of passive income, I think is extremely interesting. And so I don't know why I've taken this long to get into it, but so I started doing that, and I'm
Do
gonna
you pay for
probably
this?
sorry.
Do you pay for this?
No, I well the only thing that I'm paying for is the electricity that my computer is using. Um, so I think in the last week or so, or last couple weeks, I've mined like $11 of Bitcoin worth. About 3 millionths of a Bitcoin, 0.0003. So three zeros and then a three. That's how much Bitcoin I've mined in the last like week and a half or so.
So if you
When I'm
just
not using my computer.
so if you just stop now, you get $11 richer than you were.
Well, I technically already am $11 richer. I just need to. I can just sell that Bitcoin for fiat currency and then just convert it in like to my bank or whatever, or just use it as Bitcoin from the Bitcoin wallet itself.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is crazy because it's such a it's just such a crazy concept, and like the further you are on the outside of it, the more it looks like a scam. It looks like all like shady, scammy type shit. But that's because they're like whenever you come into something where there's a lot of money involved, you're gonna bring scammers. So, and the crypto is something where it's like, if you're not a sharp person, it's not hard to get scammed with crypto. Like if you go to like a website of like someone's recreating, for example, this company who sells mining rigs. Like if there's a lot of fake websites out there doing that sort of thing, and all types of ways to get scammed, and so like it's easy to get scammed on the internet, and so it's like if you're not using your head, you can obviously get scammed, but it's not like it's like it's not like that infers that it is a shady or scammy subject as a whole. Like, for example, last week we were talking about my fucking Instagram. It's a Pokemon Instagram. I collect Pokemon cards, and there were people recreating my account trying to scam people. It's like it's what I'm trying to say is there's scammers everywhere, right? It's unique to cryptocurrency, but because of the amount of money in cryptocurrency, there's so much money in cryptocurrency, there's a lot of scammers too. And like NFTs are like a whole other story when you can bring in the argument of money laundering, because there was a correlation with the with a regulation in the United States that regarded selling art or something to do with physical art as a way of like countering it as a way to launder money, and that date coincided with like a massive surge in NFT popularity. So there's another whole side of like NFT crypto which has a shady side to it, but that's not to say the entire thing is a scam or whatever. NFTs, I haven't even touched that whole thing because I'm still at the point where it doesn't make sense to me. I don't see the point of spending money to own a digital thing that, yeah, sure, I own the only one in the world of, but someone could create the only other copy of that one in the world. And it's like, this is the only copy of that one thing in the world. And it's just, I don't know.
Wait,
Obviously it's...
Sorry, how much is 1 Bitcoin?
I think 1 Bitcoin right now in like Canadian dollars is like probably like 36,000 US. I think it's like $28,000. Somewhere around there right now.
Right, and you've got like a millionth of a Bitcoin, yes.
A 3 millionths of a Bitcoin. So yeah. About it's like over $11, maybe about $12, something like that.
That's crazy. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's cool because when you think about it, if I were to let my PC mine 24/7 nonstop for a year, then I would make like $1,000, which is, I mean, that's the current price of Bitcoin. So that's like, I mean, that's kind of cool. But the downside, of course, is obviously while that's happening, I can't really use my PC for anything else. So I wouldn't be able to use my PC. So obviously that wouldn't happen. But the other thing is it would put quite a toll on the graphics cards themselves. And so that would wear it out. You generally don't want to max anything out constantly. You want to give it like a break and stuff like that, or run it like 80%, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's so like that's one thing. That's one crypto mining endeavor that I've jumped on. I guess that's the other thing that I have brought up before, which was Pi, the cryptocurrency on my phone that was like a proof of stake, not proof of work. But it was not. It's like an OG version of proof of stake, which was proof of identification or proof of verification. And so it was like way ahead of its time, but it didn't gain as much traction as I think it deserved, because nowadays all these cryptocurrencies that are proof of work, like Ethereum, are moving to proof of stake formats. So basically, they're moving away from mining and going like mining that draws power and going to proof of stake sort of thing, where it's like it's like, well, it's yeah, I don't know the definition of proof of stake, but
Sorry, was Pi the acronym?
What?
Was pi the acronym
No,
for?
it's like pi, like pi, like the number.
Oh, okay. I hear
Um, because that was basically the mining rate that they originally started with, something like that. And I still think it's like a project that has potential, and it's super easy to get involved with, but it just people just I don't know if it's gonna take off because it's been in it's like it's been in production for like for almost 5 years, maybe 4 or 5 years now, and they've got like 35 million users, and well, it just I would have expected it to have a lot greater growth than it did. But anyways, so that's I guess what I was sort of involved with before I got interested in proof of work mining. So I guess I was involved with the proof of verification, um, or proof of identity. But it's that whole network, the Pi network, is in like it's not the currency is not tradable right now. It doesn't have a value at the moment. It's just they're still growing the blockchain. I guess they would say it needs to be big enough before it would be able to function as an organic cryptocurrency or as a proof of whatever it was. But yeah, so that's the other thing that I guess I was involved with in terms of mining, but that's like there's no profitability there right now because it's not tangibly tradable. It just has no value to it right now. But in like someday, like 2 years from now, perhaps, if it does manage to get onto the market and it does succeed, then I've got thousands of pi that may be worth like a cent each, or maybe like 0.01 cents each, or they could be worth like $2 each, which would be cool because it'd be like 10 grand for free. Or for contributing to the network, essentially, because that's what it is. That's what mining is. It's contributing to the blockchain, in theory.
Yeah, that's interesting. I could just like keep my computer on when I'm at work or whatever, and just
Yep,
make some bit.
it's cool. And then I got so into it that I decided to buy a helium miner, and that's basically a miner that mines radio waves, or it sends and receives radio waves at the moment. It's moving to a light form soon, which will just only be sending. But it's the reason why I thought it was super dope, and I actually bought one was because the cost to run them in terms of electricity, because that's all the cost is. The cost to run these things, like these miners, it's just electricity, other than obtaining the item itself. And so general mining, like GPU mining, CPU mining, if you do that, which is not really super effective, but then also ASIC mining, they are all super power hungry methods of mining. It's and then when I say super power hungry, it's like your gaming computer takes like I don't know, your gaming computer takes quite a bit of wattage just to play a lot of video games. So it's like it's that sort of same wattage, but it just grows and grows from there. And then when you go look at a helium miner, it's like the opposite of that. The electrical cost is like it is as small as it gets when it comes to mining. It's like when you look at the helium miner for like a year, or I think it was like something like a month, it's probably like $5 a month, maybe. But for my PC, well, actually, yeah, no, $5 a month. So let's say it's like $60 a year to run the helium miner 24/7, 365 days a year. If I were to do that with my PC, that would cost like probably around like $500 in electrical to do that all day, every day. Like it would cost like over $1 a day in electrical to keep my computer on. So it's like 5 days of running the computer is as much electrical as a month of the helium miner. And so the margin of profitability is so much better on the helium miner once you get past the cost of the device alone. So I
That's
just
like
said
all it's
like
made for. It's just made to mine.
yeah, that is what it
That's
does.
the
That is
only
all
thing
it does.
happens. Wow.
And it's all it'll ever do. Yeah, it's and it's interesting. Like the helium network, what it is, it's like I told you, it's like radio waves. And so what it does, it's like it'll pick up radio waves from I guess like cell services, and they will like ping it to other net things on the helium network into like sort of like assist like the transmission of messages on the radio waves. And so it's like a pretty cool concept because they are going to be looking, or they are looking into right now, currently branching into 5G. And so the like the potential of this coin is huge because 5G is huge. Like everything is like going on to, if not already on the 5G network. So it'll once I got helium on the 5G network and supporting the 5G network, it'll be very I don't know, it could be the coin could 10x 100x in price. But of course, I mean, it could also fail. You never know. But that's what I'm super excited for. That helium miner that I bought. I'm more excited about that than my actual mining with my PC. Even though my PC is mined about $12. In the last day, I've mined like $1.70 from a helium miner, and it's like it doesn't like use almost any electricity. It's so I just love I think it's so cool. And like when you like look at like the green or like the non-green aspect of like the how much energy cryptocurrency consumes, helium mining is like it's like the greenest thing when it comes to mining, other than like proof of stake. So it's really cool. I don't know. I think it's awesome. But then again, if you compare how much energy is spent crypto mining, it's like it's a fraction of how much energy is spent just traditionally used for standard banking practices. It uses far more energy, so it's not like a real issue when it comes to cryptocurrency. Like the energy of cryptocurrency, I don't know, the negativity of the energy cost is over exaggerated with cryptocurrency. It's like it's definitely not as big of a consumer as a lot of other just standard things that you'd overlook. And energy is only super expensive right now these days. Like it's going to be, I think energy is going to get super cheap. Electricity is going to get so fucking cheap once we get out of like the oil and coal stages of energy use, energy farming.
Yeah, that's gonna take a while though, won't it?
It takes as long as administration wants it to take because
Yeah,
we
so it
could
take
move. Yeah, but like the thing is, it could happen. It could start tomorrow. When you look at nuclear energy, it could start tomorrow. But there's a lot of fear around nuclear energy and a lot of political backlash behind nuclear energy. So that's something that'll probably never happen. We just got to wait for that technology to improve. And I'm telling you, it's not going to take that long because it's just the rate of technology and the rate of evolution of technology is so fast. I don't think that there's going to be an argument for using coal or oil plants and stuff like that for energy and electricity and even like 20 years from now. Like we're already at the point where we've got countries around the world that are able to fully energize and supply their whole population with energy, and it's just a matter of implementing it. And so once the technology improves and it gets implemented slightly and more, yeah, it's not going to take long. I think it'll be sooner than later.
If you had to put a number on it, what do you think it would be?
Like how many years before like electricity starts becoming super cheap?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would probably say, oh,
A handful of years.
maybe a handful. Nah, more than a handful, according to. Actually, I don't know.
2 handfuls?
How many years can you fit in a handful?
5.
I don't know. Maybe you can fit 15 years in this handful.
But could you close your fist around it?
Yeah, I'd say like 15, 20 years. And electricity is going to be dirt cheap. Like, it's going to be like nothing.
Well, do you know the price of electricity right now?
It's about the average in BC, I believe, is 0.124 kilowatt hours.
0.124.
Yeah, cents. Sorry, cents.
So like 0.12 cents a kilowatt?
Well, I'm not looking at the I don't know. I think if you just look it up, it'll tell you.
No, I guess the reason I was just asking that because you said it's gonna be really cheap. I didn't even know that it was expensive to begin with. It's not like gas prices where it's just out on every block multiple times, so you just see the numbers change daily.
Right, and I mean, see, like, I think right now there's inflation in both of those prices, in gas and electricity, but, and that's because there's a growing demand. Like, there's like, I don't know what the argument for gas would be. I don't really give a shit about that whole thing. I'm just more looking at the electrical side of things, and the demand for electricity has never been greater. Every day that goes by, there's greater demand for electricity. And so every day that goes by, electricity in theory gets more and more expensive up until we hit the threshold that the evolution of producing electricity through renewables hits whatever thresholds it needs to then grow exponentially. It just needs to hit the certain threshold to where it's no longer the demand is growing more than the supply is, or the technology is improving. Like, once the technology catches up to the demand, then electricity will be super cheap.
So do you think electricity will be like a basic life necessity?
I mean, I don't know, because we still pay for water. Like, you still have a water bill and stuff like that. I feel like it'll stay around, but, like, it'll be like one of those things where, like, you look back in the day and compare, like you look at the cost of computers in, say, like, the 2000s. It's like, you could spend, like 10 grand on a PC that was, like, absolute dog shit in today's terms, but at that point in technology, it was like the prime, like, evolution. I sort of what do you ask there? What?
Try again.
I sort of forgot what.
You got lost in like your own. Started rambling and forgot what the question.
I'm here, okay? I'm in toasty.
Do you think?
Oh my
Do you think? So, do you think electricity is gonna become like a basic life necessity?
I mean, I don't know how to answer that question. It already is. Like, there's no house that doesn't use electricity.
Right, but it's just
Um,
gonna be free. It's gonna be built into every house. It's just gonna be
I mean,
be
I don't
there.
know if it'll be free because, like, yeah, I don't think it'll be free. I think you'll still have to pay
Nothing
for
can be
it.
free, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it would ever be free unless we get to the point where we have like a universal basic income or like a society that like I don't know has like a baseline of that necessities. But right now there is like we don't have that for anything. Like you have to pay for anything right now. So
Yeah, fair enough.
I think it'll
That's
just
crazy. Also,
yeah, I think it'll just get dirt cheap. And also it'll just reflect like it will have to become dirt cheap because we'll be like using so much more energy that like the amount of energy that we are consuming will grow, and it's just the fact that the supply once we can generate it, it'll grow exponentially, and it'll just the demand will be sated, and so it'll just like not be expensive. I talked a
Yeah.
lot this episode.
I was very curious to see how far it would go, to be honest. Like how much because you're very good I feel like do well with recording an audiobook.
Really? I feel
I
like
think
I
so.
suck at talking.
Well, nope. I think if it was like something that you were interested in and felt passionately about, you'd have no issues.
It's just like I just don't know how to articulate everything that I'm trying to say. So it comes
But
out
that's the
all
thing with like an
chunky.
audiobook, like you'd be able to write it down ahead of time
Yeah, that's true.
and then go back. That was a compliment, by the way.
Thank you.
Well,
Appreciate that. I appreciate that.
so I don't know if you guys have noticed, I posted a picture in the Discord there.
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
And I wanted to bring
So
this.
sorry. Go ahead.
I just wanted to bring it up because I don't actually don't know if this is a struggle for any of you two, and I thought I was the only one having this problem, but I googled it and it's an actual phobia. So I have a phobia called trypophobia or whatever. I can't look up how to pronounce it because I can't Google it without seeing
Trypophobia?
the thing. Yeah. So it's just like all the small, like it's basically a phobia of small holes or like small clusters really close together. So if you're like
Ooh.
picturing, the best example I can give is if you're looking inside a beehive and you see like the honeycomb circles, all those things with just little lines through them, that freaks me the fuck out.
Jesus.
It just like I don't know what it does, but it just brings on the feeling of like anxiousness and anxiety and stress just all at the same time and just puts me, it feels like I'm a turtle going into a shell, but the shell is the world and it's surrounding around me. It just
So,
I don't
did those girls' eyes scare you?
yeah, it was the eyes. The eyes like just really, and it's one of those things where it freaks me out, but I can't look away from it.
It's a really cool picture. Yeah,
You think so? That's really messing me up.
it's got like
I'm gonna
angel wings
swipe up into
into the
Discord.
hair. I don't know. I feel like it's pretty cool.
But yeah, I saw that one and it just really, really did me in. We're gonna post it on Instagram. Just a short little plug. If you're not following the Instagram, you should go and do so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going.
But yeah, that one just really messed me up. But have you guys? Has that been? Like, how do you guys feel about that picture? Like, is it affecting you at all? Well, I guess Jake gave his 2 cents.
I
but
think it's
Liam?
pretty cool.
I mean, I don't have trypophobia, but I don't really like I don't like it. I think it's like if I were to look at the other people in these pictures, I wouldn't say that's the coolest one. I would say the top left is the coolest one. I don't know why.
Top left, eh?
Yeah, the one with the horns and like circular pendant necklace and the wings, of course, in the background. I don't know.
I'd
That
say
one looks
bottom
cool.
left is my favorite.
Bottom left.
Yeah, it reminds me of a video game character that I like using. It's
Aatrox.
pretty cool.
I see it.
Aatrox? Who's Aatrox?
Aatrox.
Aatrox.
Aatrox will
what
also
that
be in the Instagram.
is. No idea who that is. Character I'm talking about is Lifeline, but
Oh, that one skin. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm in the best of both worlds right now. I know what you're both talking about.
You
You guys don't know what each other are
about-
talking about.
Are you talking about Overwatch?
League.
No. Yeah.
Oh, League.
It's almost like the top left and the bottom left combined, but a guy.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll ever get to the point where there's just one console?
No.
Like, there's video game.
No.
And do you
No.
think we'll get to the point where
Maybe.
just exclusives aren't a thing? Where just everything will be cross-plat?
No.
They
Never.
Get any game for every console? Okay.
Nah. I don't think so. I don't. Not with the way that businesses operate. I don't think so. Because exclusives are what generate so much like I don't know, purchases for any one reason. Like I wouldn't own the reason I own an Xbox One and not a PS4 is because of Halo and no reason other than that. And I mean, there's gonna be people who are like that with every exclusive, right? And so if there's an exclusive that is only on the PS4, then I'll buy a PS4 too. But like, or that I would want so much that is only on the PS4, then I would buy a PS4 to play it. But
So
I don't-
say the
see
PlayStation
it.
came out, or like Halo was released or available to play on PlayStation, what would you do when it came to next gen?
well, I'm also at the point where I don't think I'll ever get an Xbox or a PlayStation. I might get like a Nintendo console because gaming is better on the PC, and you can't really do that very effectively for Nintendo. So like anything that's on Xbox or PlayStation is more than likely on PC as well. And so I'll just play it on PC. And then like I want to get like a Nintendo Switch probably at some point, or the next version of that, or some version of it in the future.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. So I've been thinking about this, and I want to know if you guys have an answer to it. Because you know how you always hear you're not supposed to clean your ears with Q-tips?
Yeah.
What are you supposed to do?
You're not supposed to do anything.
Just don't clean your ears?
They do it that's like the earwax is like cleaning measure in your ear. Like that's what earwax is. That's
Yeah,
how
like
your ear
cleans
gets
itself.
cleaned. Yeah, like your
So,
ear like you've got
Stuff goes in there, like you get dirt and crap in there. Like how do you get that out?
yeah, you have glands in your ears that produce earwax, and the earwax like moves its way from those glands out your ear.
The wax comes out your ear?
It just like sort of starts. I don't know. It gets created and just moves its way down your ear. That's my understanding. That's what I
Down, so it goes further in.
No.
no down and out. If you're standing like then stuff would go out of your ear. Like standing upright, pretty sure it would down.
And wouldn't that be up?
No, I think down's not up.
Why? But the whole, like your ear canal goes. Huh?
Yeah, it definitely goes down and out.
Down. And
But
out.
also, like with headphones nowadays, you probably push a lot of the stuff that's about to come out back in, and like with everything you put in your ears, kind of thing.
That's true, but like as
including
long as
Q-tips, it pushes it back in, and it kind of goes against the grain, and then it's not able to clean itself as good.
well, yeah, like that's like why you don't want to put like because like the whole, I mean, from what I would understand is if you use like a Q-tip and push like earwax back like far enough, and it like sort of like goes up further than it's sort of supposed to be in that sort of volume, so it like dries up or whatever, and then gets
Clogs
stuck.
it.
Yeah. But yeah, like the thing is about headphones and like earplugs and stuff, they don't go in like deep into your ear canal. They only
Right,
go
but it would
so
still cause a
far.
buildup.
I mean, if you have them in like indefinitely, yeah.
I mean, it's not like the wax is the fastest stuff.
I don't get why are you guys saying down? Don't your ears go up? Like if I put a finger,
Why are you
my
worried about
ear.
that? It just comes out. It pushes it out.
yeah. So how come I've never seen it?
It feel okay. Go if you put your finger on the outside of your fucking ear, like your ear hole, and rub it around. You're gonna get your finger covered in wax. Like that's all from the inside of your ear.
I got none.
That's because you just had a shower. That's how it gets cleaned. You just clean the outside of your ear, and so it's just oh yeah.
Oh.
Or go to one of those people online that blow like have like those water guns with a shield on it.
I
Oh,
don't
can't
like
the
some of that.
can't the dentist? Can't you go to the dentist and they like have a sucker thing?
Oh
Wait, no,
my
not the
God.
dentist.
A
Not
soccer
the
thing?
dentist. Not the dentist. You can go to like the doctor, and they'll have like a sucker thing to like they'll like grab all the earwax out of your ear.
I don't think you want to suck anything out of your ear with like any like moderate even pressure. Like nah.
It's like a special
Yeah, I
tool
think
that
they
they
would
have
use
to go in there.
tweezers.
Like,
I don't think they'd use a vacuum.
oh, I don't
That
know
sounds
what they
terrifying because that would just suction your eardrum and pop it, and sounds
Yeah.
bad. Any suction there is horrible.
And just like the opposite. Compression. You don't want pressure or anything like that in your ear.
Yeah.
Like if you get like a ball like slammed up to your ear, and it like makes a cup, and it just like squishes into your ear, and that air pops your eardrum. Yeah, that wouldn't be fun.
That's that's so gross.
Yeah. I just noticed that I think in the logo or in the banner that my name is like 2 pixels lower than the rest of the name, or than the rest of the things in the line.
You know what,
Why are
man?
you
It's,
looking-
it's hard to line it up freehand, and also we stopped looking at it because the main banner was just the center. But I can fix it if you want.
I make you feel belittled.
It was just...
I'm
You
gonna.
feel not. Do you feel like you're not equal?
Yeah, I'm lower than you guys.
Here, I did something that'll make you real happy.
I'm gonna show I'm gonna post that on the post this that I'm looking at on the Instagram. People can see what I'm talking about.
All right. Here's a hypothetical.
Oh.
Say you woke up.
I'm on top of the world, baby.
Wait, what?
Now he's
Am I at the bottom?
now he's 2
Am
pixels
I at the
up.
bottom?
I don't think he
I'm at
moved you.
I didn't move us.
What? But Jake, you seem higher than me.
You guys are in the same level.
I don't think so.
I mean, maybe in your mind, but on the paper, you're on the same level.
I'm looking at it, and Jake's name looks higher than mine.
I lined it up with the dots. That's how I did it. I just
I
messed
lined
with
up-
Liam's.
Yeah, I lined it up with like the line in fucking Discord that's like the top of the screen, and it's like they're all the same except for mine, and they still are all the same except for mine.
Yeah, I fixed it.
Oh wow.
Well, thank you for listening to Arguably Podcast. If you want to support the show, you can leave a 5-star rating on Spotify, and maybe you can do that on Apple Podcasts. I don't know. You can probably also check us out on YouTube. You can probably also leave a like if you want to support us. We've got a website, and that's all linked everywhere. Bye.